Hi, I'm Sumaru and welcome to my channel. So in today's video we are building a small little house that looks normal but has a really dark secret in the basement. So today's house for Halloween is very much inspired by the home in, well, the rental home in the movie Barbarian that came out this year. I think it is available for streaming now. I'm not too sure where. I'm in South Africa, so I'm not going to tell you something and then in your country it's not there. But you can Google it and I'm sure that you will get the answer. So with that being said, let's jump into this build. So this house starts off on this lot, but it very quickly moves over across the street. Right after I finished the floor plan, I realized that this house was a little bit small. Well, the lot was a little bit small, and I needed the house to be a little bit bigger. So here it kind of moved. And I also wanted like a long driveway. So you can see my reference image that is up there in the corner. This is the house in the past. Now I'm not going to give a lot of spoilers on this movie. This movie is, it's best going in blindly, in my opinion. It's very twisty. It's very good. Now, just be warned, there in the film they do deal with themes of SA, so if you're sensitive towards that, don't watch this movie. But this film really gave me such a fright. And the way that it is narratively told, it's really interesting and really good. So we are moving inside the house now. I am also just putting the image up there that I'm kind of following with the interior living room area. I am not going to do this with every bedroom or every room. I'm just basically going to do it with this here, with the lounge. Now, because a lot of it after this taken out of memory, and also I don't want this to be like completely copyrighted, and I feel like the living room area, especially with that little pillar, I think I like the idea of me showing what my thought process was over here. So that's kind of why it's only going to be those two images, reference images that I am going to show. Now, the house itself is like a yellow and a blue tone. The bottom part of this wood paneling is also supposed to be blue, but this is the sim, so I do take a lot of creative liberty. If I, yeah, I think that is the best wording. So this isn't a complete accurate recreating of the house, it's more of just an inspiration, but if you watch the movie, you will definitely be able to see where I kind of came from with certain things that I placed and why I placed it. Now, usually I don't do this custom pillow thing with dining chairs, but the couch had these weird pillows, like a black pillow, then like a beige pillow, and then a massive yellow pillow. And I really wanted that. So just because this is like a themed house, I decided it was okay and I'm going to do it. I know sometimes it kind of glitches when your sims sit on it, so if you want to download this house, I'm not too sure if anybody is going to want to, but if you want to, you can just delete that. Now, I'm moving over to the dining area. So this side of the house, there's like a massive dining area, like a dining table. And the dining table is kind of like an oval shape. So the only table that we have like that, I think, is from the Tiny Living pack. So, or Dream Home Decorator, sorry. So that's what I went with. Now you will also see that all the wood is all over the place, but that is just The Sims, and I'm okay with it. The cabinet matches the lamp, and yeah, they do match. They just, it's not just one cohesive matching situation, but they do match. So here I make the kitchen larger. I went back into the movie itself because Google doesn't really have a lot of images on this film, like surprisingly. So I had to go back into the movie itself and then like give it kind of a watch. So it was a lot bigger, and then it had this kind of like seating, but there wasn't a full kitchen platform. It looked like a half wall. So that's kind of what I did there. And then this is like the little dining spot. I will put that image up there as well, because that is one of the images that I got off of Google. And here you will see me taking a lot of creative liberties here. The place was a little bit smaller. I just kind of basically took inspiration from the two paintings that I had. Now, all in all, I really love that kitchen. Now we're going towards the bathroom. Here I took a lot of creative liberty. The zinc, it's not next to the door. It's actually next to the bath, and the toilet, everything is like in a row. But in The Sims, I feel like that would have looked weird with the bathroom being the size that it is. So I just moved things around. But the bathroom is pink. So I kept that. And I quite like that the bathroom is the only room in this house that's like a drastic different color. That's not a shade of yellow or blue. And it's like that in the movie also. And I don't know why, but it's quite cool. I quite like it, so I kind of kept it. Now moving towards the basement staircase, I'm just trying to figure out how I want it to be placed. I realized it's a bit small. Oh, the room's a bit large, so I just shrunk it down a bit. Here I also wanted it to kind of be open downstairs, but it's platforms and they're glitchy. So I just put a wall there and then some lockers. I know lockers are weird, but it's fine. It's storage that goes to the basement. I don't know. We don't have basements in South Africa, so I don't know what you'll put there in your little basement hallway. I just felt like it was appropriate. Now we're going towards the bedroom. The bedroom I kept very basic. This is like an Airbnb. So, yeah. Oh, let me tell you a little bit about the story. So, this girl, she books an Airbnb. She gets there. There's a man that is already there, and it's very late at night. And she's a little bit suspicious. You don't know this person. Now, she stays behind, and then things start to happen. So, this is the basement. Like I said, I'm not going to spoil everything, but she does find like a secret room in the basement eventually. And then there's another bedroom with a camera in it. Now, I didn't completely put everything in that's in the room with the camera because it's very, very scary and very sad. But this, like I mentioned, this movie really frightened me. And it's Halloween, so that's kind of why I'm building this. I was kind of scared of doing the Barbarian house because of the subject matter, but I think it's fine. Now, if you've watched the movie, you would kind of get the reference with the mirror, and yeah, it's pretty cool. So I also left that hallway that's leading to the other bedroom. I left that without a light because there are no lights in that weird dangy little hallway. Now, the basement itself, I kind of just cluttered up with a bunch of things. This wasn't taken from the reference images. There's supposed to be like a window, but we can't have windows in the basements that like show upwards without having like a massive gap in the ground, and I also don't want to do that. So yeah, this is just a very stuffed basement. I just went a little bit creative. Now I know that also this flooring is like sand, but I liked it, so I went with it, and it's in the basement, so it's fine. I just dirtied the wall and the floors, and yeah, this, like I said, if you like scary movies, give this a try. If yeah, if you're okay with the subject matter. They don't actually show anything of that sort, it's just very hinted towards. But yeah, it's intense. Now, that's a little laundry room. So, that is actually a laundry room in the movie, also. So, I kind of kept that and I really liked it. I like the yellow and the blue theme that I went with this house. All in all, the top part of this house is very cute. And it was in the movie as well. Like, the actual. Yeah, no, I'm not going to say anything. But the house is, like, cute. It's an Airbnb in a really, really bad area. So, here at the back, we actually have no reference photos of the back or anything like that. So I went full creative with this. We just know that there's a door that leads out to the back. And then the porch, my railings clipped and I hated it. And I didn't want to add another pillar. So I just made it a bit smaller. And I like this kind of small backyard that I give it. I tried to give them like a massive garden at front. There's actually in the movie there's nothing there, but this is The Sims and it looks bland and boring, so I added a garden. That's actually where the window is, next to that porch. But yeah, there's, like I said, this is The Sims and it's not gonna work. So I do make that a lot smaller though. Like, I kind of went a bit overboard and it doesn't really match this house, so I do make the front flower bed garden a little bit smaller. Now, I decorated with this lavender and grass, but the grass looks like the wild grass. It kind of just looks like lavender without the lavender flowers, so that's what I went with. Now, as you can see there, I made it a bit smaller, but I still like the pathway and that little patch of grass. I actually think that it looks really interesting, especially with the terrain paint. I don't know, there's something pleasing about it. So I go then just around and I add some gnomes. I realized here that we have scary gnomes and this is Halloween, so I add all the spooky little gnomes. Now we're moving to the backyard. I wanted to add a clothing rail and then just like an outside seating spot. Now I later on just tile the entire backyard. They don't need grass here. It's too small, and in the end it actually looks really good, so I just add some more flowers there. I'm just gonna, I think, like, add some trees still. Oh, and I did a grill. But yeah, now I'm hiding that little staircase railing that's clipping just with some tree shrubs. And we are getting close to the end of the build. So I'm going to jump quickly in and then I'll just show you around. Here we are back in the game. This is the front of the house. I do think this place is really cute, as mentioned before. It's just traumatizing to me because I know what happens in this home. And I also bolted in this neighborhood kind of because it looks like the starter homes that we got in The Sims. Now, when we enter, this is just the little kitchen, TV area, our living space, and then also just the dining area. There is a massive open gap here, but that's okay. That happens sometimes. Now, here we have our bedroom. I made the bedroom a bit smaller also just by adding the built-in cabinets. I think it's kind of realistic as well. And then just our pink bathroom. I love this bathroom. Like, I actually really like this bathroom, and I like the little light sconces there. And then, like, one of my favorite rooms, this laundry room. Surprisingly, everything is like cute tacky, if that makes sense. Now, let's go downstairs to the creepy basement. So this wall is like this because this is a secret door that our main protagonist finds. This is like closed, so I kind of just added all the pillars to give the illusion of that, because all of the secret doors that we have in the game, they're like really fancy bookcases, and that's just not the vibe. It's just not the vibe. This you can imagine is just a fake Christmas tree. And then the scary room that we're not gonna linger on a lot. And this creepy, very, very dark hallway. So yeah, there is a little bit of clipping over here, but that's okay. I don't really mind because it looks fine from this angle. And I also don't want it to like protrude too much through the wall. Now, outside, here is Michaela thinking of cupcakes while sitting in the sun. Same Michaela, I too want cupcakes. I'm not even blaming you. That sounds actually really nice. And then just our clothing line and our little girl. Thank you so much if you stayed for the entirety of this video. Leave a comment down below if you've watched Barbarian. Also, let me know what you did this Halloween. Maybe what you went as. So, with that being said, I post daily, so please like and subscribe, and then I will see you all again tomorrow. Goodbye.